A wonderful book called McKinney Women Making a Difference. These ladies are true contemporary leaders who are teachers, mothers, and entrepreneurs, and Sheila Johnson and Angela Paxton are here to help us and tell us more about how great these women are in this book. How did this come about?
Well, it came about because McKinney is going through a time in the United States where it's one of the best cities in the United States to live, according to Money Magazine and CNN. So we thought, cities are always more than just the city. What about the people? And then what about the women? And we didn't want their stories to go untold. And so we went about collecting stories from 12 different women, and they are the movers and shakers in McKinney because they have their own businesses, many of them, and they also have their own charities. So we thought it would be inspiring to others to read their stories.
I'm sure there's more than 12 great women in McKinney. So how did you narrow it down to 12?
You know, it was really hard. It was really hard. And I just sat down with the list, and their names just hit the top of the list, and they were more than excited to do it. So that's...
Well, I know there's a lot of great women out of that North Texas area, and especially my family is from that area on my dad's side, and my grandmothers and my great aunts and will tell me of stories of how actually they were out a little bit more north in the Blue Ridge and Melissa and Anna area, and they would tell me stories of how when they were done farming and stuff, they would put on white gloves and they would go into town, which would be McKinney.
Right.
And if they're really going to town, they take the train up to Dallas.
Yes.
Wow. And these are great stories and strong women that are coming out of this area. Now, Angela, I know you're featured in this book.
Yes.
So tell me about what you do and how you got into this book.
Well, you know, Sheila invited me to participate in the book, and I knew the other ladies that were being involved in it. I really didn't even see myself in their league, to be honest with you. Like Sheila says, many of them are business owners and have charities. I'm a guidance counselor at a school. I'm a wife and a mom, and I have kind of a high-powered husband, but I don't really see myself that way. But, you know, it was a great experience working on the book. I tell my story about being adopted, and I share that story with a lot of women, being adopted, and then the story of my mom and my birth mom meeting.
Wow.
And all of the healing and resolution and closure that they got to experience and I got to witness firsthand.
Now, were you a grown adult or were you a child at that time?
I was adopted as a baby, and I was just on the eve of my 40th birthday when I got a letter from my birth mom.
Oh my gosh.
And which is an unusual situation actually for the mother to seek the child. But it's a beautiful story, and you know, so many people are touched by adoption. I think that one of the things that it did for me, though, is it helped me sort of realize, being part of this book, that even if you're a wife, a mom, you know, you go to work, you come home, you take care of your family, just in the little pieces of your life, you're always able to touch other people and make a difference in their lives and encourage them.
And everyone has such an incredible story. At the end of the day, we all have a story. We all need to write a book, even if it's just to leave for our children, our grandchildren.
Oh, I agree.
You know, your great nieces, aunts, whatever you have. We all have strong, beautiful stories that need to be told. And I know that you can get, now there's 12 here, but you can get each story individually in a little book, as you have right here with Angela's.
Yes. What we did is we decided that each woman could have their own book with their picture on the cover, because they're all most of them have their own 501c3 charities, so they can use this to give back, you know, the proceeds to their charities. So we just wanted each one featured, and this is, of course, Angela's, and each of the girls here have theirs. And so many people, they're very well known in the neighborhood or in McKinney and Dallas for all that they've done.
That's awesome. Well, thank y'all so much for sharing this with us and for being a part of our show.
Yes.
We're excited to meet you and get to talk more about this. I know it's going to help a lot of women just grow individually and strong, and that's what good things happen like that in good women in Texas.
That's true.
It's so great to have y'all. And this book is available at Amazon.com, and we'll be back with more broadcasts right after this.